Hey everybody, I'm ZeldaMaster and I'm here today with another Hyrule Warriors update. So, a little bit after I posted the previous video of the Famitsu scans, the Japanese site was released, revealing all that information and more. And well, we're just going to take a closer look at it, starting off with the character renders. So here we have the 5 character renders that were shown from the scans, first off being Link with his blue scarf and the green tunic. Nothing different, of course. We've seen this from the previous scan, but this is a higher quality look, I guess. Then we have a better look at Impa. She isn't wielding her sword in this, but regardless, she looks badass. I'm definitely excited to be playing as her. Next up, we have a close-up of Shia. I can only assume that before she turned evil, she wasn't wearing that mask. With the long beak on the mask and the feathers on her shoulder, I can only imagine that it has something to do with the bird. Next up is that general. Now this one is an interesting one. And well, first off, his name is either Valga or Veruga. I'm not entirely sure which one is the correct translation, but regardless, it has something to do with Volvagia. I mean, that's if you couldn't tell by the helmet he's wearing. Yes, it's a helmet based off of Volvagia's face. And from what we know, he will be a playable character, but he's an enemy, so it makes me wonder, will we be able to play as other enemies? Overall, he looks really cool, and from what we know, he will be given a ginormous sword. Last up from these high quality renders is, well, this guy, and he goes by Wizuro. At first, I thought he would have been a casual enemy like a Poe, but it seems that he is much more important and will play a big role throughout the game. Now let's take a better look at those tons of screenshots that were shown in the scans. First up, we have Link in the knight's armor doing a jump attack. Now, I must say, the lighting looks amazing, and overall the graphics. I really like the way Link looks in this. Next up, we have a close-up of Link blocking with his shield. It seems to be from the same cutscene. I guess he's battling someone. And yes, by the next screenshot you can tell who he's fighting, and that happens to be another knight. As you can tell by Link's getup, he seems to be wearing the same thing as the other knights, except without a helmet, to let his blonde luscious hair flow in the wind. And here we have a screenshot of something we've seen before. Link in his knight's armor, with the Triforce of Courage glowing. And then all of a sudden we jump to Link in the green tunic and the blue scarf, opening up a treasure chest. And inside that chest was a bomb. So I'm assuming most of the special items you'll be picking up will be from chests. Up next we have a close-up of Impa. And if you look at her back, you can see a better look of that sword. It sure is ginormous. And here's a picture of Hyrule Castle, one of the playable stages. In Hyrule Castle, there will be a nice fairy fountain that you can visit, and well, the open fields of Hyrule. Then we have a different stage. I'm unsure what the name for this is, but it looks really interesting. Almost like a Dark Kingdom, giving that Lorule look to it. Then we get a close-up of our hero slicing through a bunch of baddies. And more baddies. Now, this one is an interesting one. It looks as if Link is charging a Skyward Strike. And if you also look close at the image, you can see that there is this weird crystal in the background. I'm assuming that's where enemies spawn from. Up next is a close-up of Link surrounded by those bokoblins that we've been seeing quite a bit. Then we have a shot of Link using some sort of attack. I'm not entirely sure what kind of attack this is, but it seems to be special. Here we got Impa slashing through a mob of bokoblins. And then using her sword to attack on its own. Not entirely sure if she threw the sword or is using her feet to control it, but as you can tell, it's on the floor slashing bokoblins. And I'm assuming this one will be Impa's Musu attack, where she jumps in the air and then dives in with her sword. Or this most likely will be her Musu attack. She might just go ahead and wave her ginormous sword all around the place. And here's a better shot of it. I'm not entirely sure if water is coming out of the aura she's shooting or if she's near a lake or something. Then we have a close-up of the Lady Shia, with a mysterious looking portal behind her. And well, here's a better shot of that portal. Up next is a screenshot of the badass and fierce looking Valga. And then one not so fierce. And last but not least is a close-up of Wizuro. I am unsure if the name has anything to relate with Wizrobes, but regardless, he looks like a dark and menacing enemy. And well guys, that wraps it up for all the information we have of Hyrule Warriors. I hope you guys enjoyed this and make sure to check out the site yourself. The link will be in the description. Anyways, I've been ZeldaMaster. Make sure to leave your thoughts down below in the comments because I am interested. We could start a discussion or something, but yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.